Hey guys, lots of you have been asking me how I make my homemade wholemeal bread, so I thought I'd do a little mini tutorial to show you how I do it. I have the Panasonic automatic bread making machine, and the model that I have is the SDYR2550, and they come with instructions and a recipe kind of booklet. And it's super simple and super easy to read. So I use the whole wheat rapid recipe. That's how I use my wholemeal bread. You have to take out the bread kind of bowl, if you call it, and pop that on your scales. And then you get your wholemeal flour and you measure out 600 grams. Do make sure that you put the flat paddle into the bread pan. There's a different one for a sourdough one. I think it's kind of like a rigid paddle, but this one for this type of bread is the flat one. So make sure that's insecure. You just pop it in. I use the M&S Everyday Wholemeal Flour. I like using the wholemeal flour because obviously it contains natural niacin and thiamine rather than synthetic, which you can get in white bread flour. Anyway, next is 40 grams of butter. I use the organic Riverford butter for this. And then the next ingredients is the sugar. So it's 2 tablespoons of sugar, but they give you a measuring spoon, which has tablespoon one side and teaspoon the other. So make sure you use the equipment that they provide to make sure that it's all correct. So 2 tablespoons of the sugar goes in, and next is 2 teaspoons of the salt. For the sugar, by the way, you can either have granulated or caster sugar. I use my brown sugar. Then 420 millilitres of water. I use my filtered alkaline water by Pure Thirst. I'll touch on this in another video. Make sure you pour it around the outside of the bread pan. So not in the middle, not on the top, literally all the way around the outside to make sure when it's mixing, it gets all the ingredients. Otherwise, this is a key part where people go wrong. So make sure you do this. Then you pop it into the bread making machine, and you make sure that it's popped down secure. It will look like that. You then close the lid and you open up the top section where you get your measuring little equipment again, and you get the 2 teaspoons, and you take your dry yeast, 2 teaspoons, into the yeast dispenser. As you can see, I've definitely missed this spot a few times from where I make bread so much, but that's fine. So you pop it in there, 2 teaspoons, and then close it. So for my machine, I then put it to number 8. I click start, and in 3 hours' time, I have the best bread. Here it is, all ready. Easy as that. I pull out the bread, and you pop it out, pop it onto the chopping board, give it a little tap, and it will come out. And there you go, the most perfect bread ever. It's got no additives, no preservatives, and it just, honestly, it really is so simple when you know how, and it's one of my favourite things, and we eat it all the time. So there you have it. Super simple and easy, guys, and no UPC.